Good afternoon. Hope you're all well. And it's 1 p.m. and it's our usual time for coming on and taking you through the New York session. So let's see what. I'm just going to be without Matthias today. Anyway, the market is been up a little bit, going down. So let's see what the day's doing. Which is where I always start. There you go. Fantastic. In terms of third day of selling, let's see what New York does. We'll be ready to take the trade cards. And there she is. So New York's opened with a slight buy. So we'll see what goes. I'm going to take the trade card anyway. It's 1 o'clock. It's a sell. Yeah. And it does that. Always wait, especially for a new session like New York to open. I tend not to take the first trade card. Don't know back orders and things like that. A great entry. Great entry if you want it. Let me just have a look where I am. Yeah. Tracing back. Got into that. Let's see what it does. All the data points to a sell. Could be a nice little profit there. Could be a stop loss. Doesn't really matter. It is what it is. I'll bring the chart up. There it is. Yeah. Nice little bump up there. First trade card was a sell. And it is so hot. It is baking hot. I've been to the gym. Had a little spa and a swim to try and cool down and cool my body down. But I don't know whether that worked or not. Let's see. So if you're trading with me today, great. If you're out enjoying the sun and not trading with me, that's okay too. So let's see what goes. We're a couple of minutes into the session. Who comes, who joins, where we are, who we're broadcasting to. So if you're watching on the replay, we do this every day, Monday to Thursday, for both sessions, and Friday we just do the London session. So tomorrow morning will be the last one. But as we are here today, we are trading. Yeah. So every 5 minutes we take a new trade card. So we had, just before New York opened, this quite sharp rise up here. And then it did that. New York opened 3 minutes ago, 1-2, coming down. So we'll take our trade card in a couple of minutes. So the first one was a sell, which I got into. About break even, bit of a profit. Always nice to open on a profit. Have a nice trade. Always think that last trade and first trade, very important to start it on a winning note. So sometimes I just take a little bit of a profit, doesn't matter how much it is, profit's profit. I'll just take that. A little bit of a breeze blowing through now. As I said, it's absolutely baking hot going to the gym. In between the sessions is nice. So nice little profit now. Just before we refresh and take a fresh trade card. So if you're part of the community, then you know that you can take those every 5 minutes, every 15 minutes. If it's something new to you, then these trade cards are only they're available to our community. I don't know what I was saying. They're available in our community for free. We don't charge for them at all, as long as you just work with our broker. We could provide this education and everything else that we do at no cost to yourself, unlike some others that charge tens of thousands of pounds for courses. So it's 4 minutes past. We're going to take the second of the trade cards. This is teetering around my entry point. I'm going to leave it and see what the next trade card says. Stop loss is set, TP set, so it doesn't matter too much. And this is what I'm going to teach you to become mechanical traders. Remove the emotion and not remove the discipline. Okay? We're not removing discipline, we're removing the emotions that this thing runs on. Okay? Money, very, very emotional subject. Gets all sorts of people doing all sorts of things, reacting really weird. So it's now a buy. Yeah, for buying. So let's see what you do with this. I'll leave my trade in. I'll move my stop to the hard stop, just in case, because we don't run without those. So it may come back a little bit. But yeah, we've got, so that's you just about a TP1. So that'll be the first of the trade cards that we've taken. We'll trace a little. Better entry, if you want it. I've got this window that keeps shutting because the wind is quite... Okay, we won't quite shut that way then. Good. It's the worst thing on this this afternoon. Windows shutting on you. Okay, so we trace back a little. That was a weak buy, only 55%. I wouldn't have taken that. I missed that a bit, to be honest with you, to advise you of that. It's only 55%. I'd like to see at least 60, 65%. That makes sense to me. Got any questions? Just pop them in the chat and I'll answer them for you. These hot afternoons, we've had fewer people on because obviously they're busy doing stuff. And I think children have been sent home from school, which is only right. It's too hot. Most sports days and things were cancelled earlier during the week. Awful for kids, but it is what it is. What we find is trade cards sometimes go a little bit early. The market's rising now. We're back, yeah, saw that. Dropping, 81. So in 3 minutes we get to pull another trade card. Market's ranging at the moment. New York's not really doing anything. So drop, buy, drop, buy, drop. May take a little while to settle down, but we have the patience. That's what we're here for. It is a game of patience. So that's interesting. So I kept my trade open from the previous sell, and it's in a decent profit now. And as you see, that wick on this is on the 1 minute. It's so quick that sometimes you don't, if you don't have your TP set, or if it doesn't quite hit it, it soon just bounces straight back. So we see what goes. It's 9 minutes past. We can take the next trade card. Tell me where you're joining us from. If you want to be part of our community, just scan that QR code. That takes us into the Telegram group. And it's just ranging market. That's all it's doing. Now we wait until we get a decent some kind of directional move, and the trade cards point us into that. So that's your 5 minutes. There, it's your second 5 minutes. So buying now. We did have a buy, but it was weak. %55 probability. So we have a probability score on every single trade card that comes along. So it gives you the direction, buy, sell, or neutral. Gives you the direction score, and you get a little, almost like a traffic light system. I'm looking to take a bit of profit this afternoon on my trades. I hope you are too. And, oh, sorry, missed it. Neutral. Yeah, as I thought, it's ranging market, no real direction, best to sit on our hands and do nothing. The last thing you want to do is get trapped in a trade. Been there many times myself. So what are you up to this fine summer afternoon? Yep, that window is going to do that all afternoon. We're selling. Interesting in terms of what the market's doing. Where it's at. It's in no man's land, to be honest. Gold doesn't know where it's going at the moment in time. Gold links. There's some news coming along, so let's just have a look at that. That is probably what they're waiting for. So 130, personal income, core PCE, personal spending, durable goods, a lot of figures coming through this afternoon. Yeah, a lot of figures. So let's see where gold goes. And it's usually sensible not to be trading a few minutes before that, okay? So it's not a good idea to be entering trades, certainly within 15 minutes of that happening. The other thing that happens is that spreads get much wider. So the market realizes what's going on, brokers realize what's going on, with widening the spreads. It's harder to make profit. It's easier to make losses. So it's 13 minutes past. See market getting tighter and tighter. Yeah. To the point where there's no movement whatsoever before that news comes through. They're all just bracing themselves now. And the news in America is the only stuff that really moves the market. You know, unless there's an awful disaster or something major rest of the world. Generally speaking, it's the American news that moves the market. The Europeans don't really move it a lot. Most of gold transactions are in dollars, and America is the biggest market for gold, and their news obviously affects the rest of the world's economies. Whatever happens, that is what affects it. So geopolitical events, that's what it's all about. So market just ranging, getting tight. I'll pull this next trade card down. Gotta be very careful about entering, so make sure your stop loss is in, make sure your TP is in, to enter the market. Okay, so just bear that in mind. A bit of housekeeping is always good. So we did have a neutral on the last trade card. So market ranging very, very much. Oops. That trade I had is still open, so that's 15. Let's take it. See what it does. Okay, neutral again. Understandable in terms of news just coming through. So there's nothing wrong with that. So it's 15 minutes before that news breaks. So really, really want to be careful. We don't want to be entering any trades unnecessarily, because that could go either way. And that's not where we want to be. So as I said, my trade's still open, but I've got TP and stop loss set, so there's no issues there. So we know what the outcome can be. But what I will do is if it goes into a decent bit of profit, I'll close it anyway before the news comes through. Because sometimes the market moves so fast, it can't get your stop loss, but can't get your TP, goes past it. It's okay if it goes past your TP, but if it goes past your stop loss, then that is a major problem. And because I'm trying to do it manually, this is really strange. It's moving so fast. But yeah, market just waiting for that news. That's all it's doing. A lot of numbers coming through in about 14 minutes. Right, I've come out of that trade at very, very small profit. Doesn't matter, profit's profit, and I'm not in the trade, which is the main thing. Okay? Just learn to do that. Control what's going on. What will happen is the news will leak, and the market sometimes starts moving earlier than the news coming through. So if you see any movements in the next 10 minutes, then you'll know. So the market will settle down probably 15 minutes after the news. We'll digest it, and then it will really move. We need to be very, very careful, okay? It's nice to see what's going on. It's 18 minutes past. We'll carry on taking the trade cards, but be careful before you act on them, okay? Just please make sure your stop loss and your TP are in. Then you do that anyway, but it's doubly important when this stuff's happening. So really tight range, just within that. Okay. So we had a neutral on the last. And what it is the data isn't strong enough for the system to give us a buy or a sell. So remember, there's something like 32 million data points that it takes into consideration. So I've got out of my sell with a bit of profit. Good move, as I said, just before the market moving. News coming through. Always good. So market moving upwards, 19 minutes. We can see in 1 minute what the data is saying. So hour is up, obviously. Doesn't mean anything. Up and down, as it does. So 20 past. So if you just joined, got some big news coming from the US at past, so be very, very careful if you take any trades. Okay, just before the news. Be very, very careful. Cautious. So 20 past, let's see what the system is saying. Still neutral. There's no data. The market's really tight, no data to say to us go one way or another. What it is telling you is to stay out of the market, basically, which is a good thing. So the market will obviously jump one way or another. And it will, I think it will move. I think this is the news that a lot of people will be waiting for to give us some direction. So it's hitting this range here, if you notice. It's gone straight to that. And it was there. So it could do this, could go more. So we are 9 minutes on the news. So be very, very careful. The last two trade cards have been neutral. And you know, sometimes doing nothing is the hardest thing that you can do. So Matthias is busy this afternoon, so he can't be with us. So you have the pleasure of my company. The market is absolutely not doing a thing. I'm going to the 5 minutes, see if that's giving us any other signs. There you go, little doji candle there at the bottom. So news out in 8 minutes. We've got one more trade card. And of course, we've got a trade card right at the point of the news at 1:30. So it kind of came out of the range for a little while, come back in. There, see it differently. Got 2 minutes to see what the next trade card does or says. Maybe neutral again, doesn't matter. Patience is the name of the game. Can't lose money if you're not trading. At the same time, you can't make money if you're not trading, but doesn't matter. No rush on. Just teetering down. So lost that candle altogether, engulfed it totally. So kind of here now. And it's been all the way down there. So it can do anything it wants to, and usually does. Hope you're enjoying trading with us. I hope you make some money. What it's all about. Had a lot of TPs this morning. We had some nice trades yesterday afternoon. Understandably, the market is on hold, as it were, for this news to come through. And you understand brokers not placing any trades. Just thinking, right, let the news come through, and then we'll trade. Dollar's still very, very high, 101 on the index. The highest point it's been for over a year. People think interest rates will go up, possibly 3 increases this year. One could come as early as next month. Then gold will be under pressure. If interest rates start going up, dollar's strong, gold will be under pressure to come down. But it could do anything. But we're traders, so we trade it up and we trade it down. So refresh, see what it does. It's a sell. So be careful. Yeah, there you go. TP1 already. No, not actually quite, sorry. Yeah, so it's a sell. What I think the market's going to do is be careful, be very, very careful. It's at the entry point. All the data's pointing to a sell. Did you take that? There you go. TP1. Make sure your stop loss is in. So TP1, you can come out of there with some profit, close your trade just before this news hits. And that's obviously it's been trying to push through this for ages now. So whether it does or not is another matter. 5 minutes is selling. Yep. There's a sell. And you could have had TP1 on that. Back in range. Yeah. Rising back. Still within the range. News will be breaking anytime. Yeah, market all over the place. There you go. 28 minutes. I will try to take the trade card at 30. So if you just joined us, there's news about to break at 1:30 from the US. And you can see what actually breaks. So all of this stuff, personal income, month on month, core PCE price index, personal spending, durable goods, orders, month on month, GDP growth rate. So final quarter of last year, I would probably thought, sorry, I don't know what I did there. So 34, last trade card was a sell, and we hit TP1. So again, could have been out of that with some profit. So let's see what she's going to do now. Market spiking a little. Maybe they have the news, maybe they don't. Maybe they're just trying to pull us. We don't know. 29 minutes. The news will hit any second now, and the market should react. So be careful about this next trade card. I wouldn't take it unless you're going to do a quick scalp in and out, but you've got to be on the button all the time. So we'll press the button at 30. There we go. It's a buy. Be careful. I don't trade the news. There you go. That was a great buy. So you could have had a fantastic TP3. There she goes. All the way up to TP5, gone past TP5. Incredible bit of news. Okay. Terrific. Look at that. Yeah. 06, 7. So great news for gold. Let's have a look. So personal spending, forecast was 06, 07. Personal income, forecast was 4, it's 7. So all that data, that's as expected. Growth is 2.1. Amazing. Previously only half. That's came in as forecast, durable good. So GDP growth rate, final quarter on quarter. I believe that will be the last quarter. But having said that, it can come all the way down again. So you could have had great profit there. Hope some of you were in. If you were, brilliant. If you were, that's okay. No worries. Nothing to worry about. And then very often it does that. Goes, shoots up, comes back down to wherever it started from. I've seen that so many times. And if I'm scalping on my own, I'll take those trades and just ride it, but not when I'm with you guys and talking and taking the trade cards. So 2 minutes in, a massive spike, could have had way past TP5. It was a buy, we did get that. Conditions were met, 65%. So if you had a trade card and we went for it, would have been great. It would have been absolutely brilliant for you. So tracing back down. Three minutes gone. We have 2 more minutes. We'll pull down the next trade card. So the market knows what it's doing. UK economy is doing well. Sorry, the American economy is doing well. I wish the UK economy was doing well. So back below 4,000, which is a big psychological barrier. So even after the news, can't really stay above 4,000. That could change any time, of course. 34 minutes, got 1 more minute. We're going to pull down the next trade card, okay? Be interesting. So we've got 30 minutes through our session. So market coming down, 35. Let's see what it says. So the buy, 71%, very confident. Entry point, 92. So it's below that now. Be careful. So I don't enter buys when it's selling. Yeah. I do not enter for a buy when there's a red candle, okay? It's up to you what you do. I don't see the point of that because you don't know how far it's going to retrace before it starts its upward journey. Yes, the facts and figures are telling you that. And yeah, there you go. You could have entered that, but nobody knows. So now you can look at entering the buy, look at your range. Where is it? Is it something that you want to do, right? That's TP2 already. So you needed it to come down to enter to get your profit. It's a tricky one. If you got it, well done. If you didn't, that's absolutely fine. So just 5 minutes after that news broke, so just holding above 4,000 now. I think that's a psychological point for it, isn't it? Centering around the 4,000, can it go above it? So be digesting the news, what it means to the economy, what it means for interest rates, etc., etc., etc. As we see news here, gold lingers a near 7-month low. But again, as traders, it does not really concern us where the price is. We just want to be heading in the right direction. Just going back up, had a little retrace. So we did have a buy, as we know. That's TP5. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Right, it's time to have a look, see what goes. 37 minutes, we've got 2 more minutes. It's gone past TP5 now. So we had 2 of those during the time that the news was breaking, which is incredible, really. So if you enjoyed those profits, you got in, brilliant. As I said, if I wasn't on live with you guys, I would have taken some of those trades, but you know, attention needs to be paid. So coming back now, 38 minutes, you could have a lovely profit if you entered those trades, either of those last 2. So we're just about ready to take the next trade card at 40 minutes past 1 or 20 to 2, as we call it. Let's see what goes. So we've had a bit of excitement in the market. Let's see what the hour's showing. Yeah, huge buy. What's the day doing? The day's moved into a buy because of that little upshot. There's nothing in comparison to what's been going on. But of course, we could have some buying today. Not an issue. So it's 39 minutes. Time to take the next. But see, it's back below the 4,000. So that's a real battle, really. Does it go below 4,000? 3900, 3850, something in that magnitude. It goes past the 3940, and then serious chance of going below, further that down. So 40. Buy. Interesting. So it's in the range. Actually, it's below the range. Yeah, red candle, don't enter. I wouldn't. You can do that, whatever you like. But I don't enter buys on red candles, and I don't enter sells on green candles. Just a rule that I felt. Sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right. Doesn't matter. Nice breeze blowing through now. Come and say hello if you want to participate. Sorry. Got any questions? Ask away. So now we'll be looking to trade. If you're currently trading or in trades, we are in the midst of a buy, which we had on the trade card about 4 minutes ago. I don't know, 1 minute ago. You're just kind of sitting there wondering what to do. There's the buy. TP1. TP2. TP3. Make sure your stop loss is in. Make sure you take your profit. 2 minutes. Be ready again. So the thing about having a data-driven service that gives you market probability is there's no emotion involved. No human beings, nothing to fear, and consistency. Talking to one of you today about lack of consistency, lack of being able to become a full-time trader. I suppose the real thing is it's full-time income, isn't it? The thing with that is that you need a certain size account, obviously, to generate enough money so that you are able to make a living from it. It becomes your profession, and then you've got wiggle room, you've got some tolerance in terms of if you didn't trade, if you didn't make any money, if you keep your discipline, absolutely fine, no problem at all. But if you suddenly find that, you lose your discipline, that happens because you get greedy or you're overtrading, or you have to overtrade because your account size is not big enough. All of those things need to be taken into consideration. And that's where it sits. And it's that simple. The reason most traders don't make any money is because they give it all back to the market. They make it, but just give it all back. I've done it so many times. So many times. That the market just took all the money back because I just wouldn't stop trading. Made the money. We don't close the trade out when it's in a profit. Greed. And that's the problem with it. So that was your buy. Coming back to TP3 before we take the next trade card, which is now. Still buying. TP5 is all the way at 40.16, so Mark's got a lot of confidence that it's going to go up. So the day's buying now. The hour's obviously buying. 5 minutes. The first time you see any cracks up here, if it's going to start coming down again, is here on the 1 minute. That's the one that is the tightest. That's the one that absolutely will show it first. And those figures looking good means that they fear interest rate rises less. Gold goes up. Dollar doesn't come down. The index, so still 101, and a few bits. Yeah, nothing to write home about. Here you go. So we had a buy, which is strong. And that is TP2. Big TP3. 4,000 levels, TP3. Absolutely incredible signals. Well, sorry, I shouldn't call them signals. Trade cards. These are not signals, just absolutely incredible stuff. Hitting this time and time again now. Straight up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes of buying, 15 minutes showing the same, hour back up here. So we're going to go for the next trade card in about 5 minutes. Just checking something before we take the next one. Doing a little bit of work in the background, so bear with me. Okay, lovely. And that, like I said, just check it, do some homework, and right to where we want to be. So 1 minute before we pull down the next trade card. How long have you stopped giving it back to the market? I still hit the odd. So Edwin's asking, how long has it been since I stopped giving back to the market? I still get the odd stop loss, Edwin, but it's a rare thing if I have a losing day now, right? It's a very rare thing because I'm just so careful now. So A, if I'm not sure, I don't take the trade. B, stop loss is always set. And C, I don't overtrade any longer. The thing that will kill you, Edwin, is overtrading. Yeah, and breaking your own rules. That's the biggest problem. If you don't do that, if you don't break your own rules, you'll be absolutely fine. I'm not immune to anything. Yeah. And sometimes I'll actually take strategic losses. What that means is sometimes I think, I've made some money here and I've got a trade that I'm not really happy with. It's a small loss, I'll take that. And I'm still up on the day. So if I'm coming towards the end of the day, when I want to finish trading and I've got something that's just hanging around, not doing anything, I don't tend to walk away, as in leave it hanging, even though TP and stop loss are set. I tend to think, right, you know what, I want to close up for the day. I don't want to have a look at it again, see what it's done. So I want to finish work, basically, and that's my last task. So if I've done 4% on the day and I'm going to lose 1% on a trade, I'll lose the 1% on the trade. I think you begin to have a clean idea of where you want to be. But that was some beautiful trading there. So 50, got the next. They're still buying, very confident. It's a little bit below the range though, so be careful. And then, like we said, do not enter. Mateus does it. I don't enter a buy on a red candle. I don't enter a sell on a green candle. It's just how I am, and that's what I want to do. I hope that helps. You want to go to the beach sipping cocktails? Why is that? Get sick, Edwin. And put the work in. Do what you like. The beach or anything else is your oyster. Trade in the morning. Get up early. Yeah, have a decent sized account. Make yourself £1,000 for the day. Go on the beach all day long. Don't be a poor guy, right? Cocktails are expensive. Oh dear. So the market's shot up above 4,014. Sorry, $4,000 an ounce. Straight up after the news today. We've had lots and lots of opportunity, and that trade at the moment is at TP1. That's a buy. So TP1 5.2. Go for the next one. We're still buying, and within range. If you're following the trade cards, you'll see it. If you haven't got access to the trade cards, by all means, reach out to me and I'll arrange that for you. With education, everything else that we do is completely free, as there's no subscription service. And I was thinking, if you're an affiliate marketing business that you're just finding people, there's no money in what you're doing, and all you're doing is keeping your upline happy, hitting your target, trying to make rank, etc., etc., etc. It really becomes a recruitment business, which I didn't really enjoy. I've been part of those in the past. This is, take some money, trade. Do I know anyone that does from trading personally? Lives and trades abroad? Yeah, I've got a few friends that live in Dubai that trade. I've got a couple of mates that travel around the world. They go from one place to another, usually like Philippines, Bali, that kind of stuff. So yeah, plenty of people doing that. This is the most mobile business you can have. And we have traders in Kenya. We have traders in India that live and work in India and Kenya. So yeah. Yeah. I got that both times, Edwin. Yes, I do. You can live anywhere, it doesn't really matter. Live anywhere you like. The market doesn't care where you live, what you do, whether you sat on the beach sipping cocktails or you sit in some cupboard somewhere. It doesn't matter. So we're in a buy, and not quite performed that one because it's started moving down. That's on the 5 minutes. Let me just look at the one where it really should be. Yeah, market's easing back, had a huge rise from virtually 4,000. So easing back now. So we may enter a phase that it sells off a little bit. But we had some 3 or 4 TP5s. So yeah, Edwin and I spent a month away this year. Went to Goa for a week, went to mainland India for 2 weeks, came back for 2 days, went to Dubai for 9-10 nights. So 34 days out. I'm doing the same in October. I'm away for a month. So yeah. And it's probably only family commitments that keep me here as long as I do stay here. I do love this country though. Don't like people knocking it. I don't think it was good as it used to be, but still a lovely country to live in. Really enjoy it. And you can't really complain about the weather today. So 58, we're going to take the next trade card in a few minutes. Hope you're enjoying trading this afternoon. Edwin, how are you doing with your, I think you're still on a demo account, if I'm not mistaken. How are you doing with that? And when are you ready to go live? the thing I don't like about demo accounts is that they don't truly mimic the actual market. Did you trade when I was away? Yeah. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. We now have a kind of a thing where, because my wife trades as well, so when we went to India, we were going to be there for 3 weeks, Goa for a week, and then the Punjab for another 2 weeks, and then so she said that she was actually on a month ahead of her target. And I said, well, are you going to trade when you're on holiday? She said, don't know. I said, why bother? And so she left her laptop at home. Look at that now. Yeah. That's TP2. Oh, wow. TP3. He's back. So market really strong at this moment in time. So it really shrugged off the this morning session in terms of what it's doing. Really, really strong at this moment in time. Yeah. Look at that. That's the 1 minute. Got it again. 23. That is just below TP4. 22 is TP3. 24 TP4. There's another one. Does it include, Josie? The problem with prop firm accounts is that the spreads are so big, it's so difficult to make money, and then they find all sorts of reasons. We dealt with prop firms, sold probably, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 prop firm accounts at one point. So not a fan, unfortunately. I'd rather, instead of giving them £400 or £500 for a $100,000 challenge, I'd rather have that money myself in my own account. So really strong now, that buy. That's TP5 done again and above. So that's 2 now we've had. I'm really, really aware of this afternoon. Sometimes I lose calm, obviously, because when I'm on my own, but that's so strong. Look at that now. So it's taken out all these hours here. Very, very strong. Yeah, tell me about it. I'm doing a house refurb as well. Yeah. So yeah, it can be draining, but look, the thing is, you've got to think about this now carefully. House refurb or anything that you're doing is really good. But if you haven't got any money to invest in your business, then you need to just have a look at what priorities you have. What people often do is they think that they treat their trading accounts as piggy banks, and drain them when they need a bit of money. But if you had a business and you treated it like a business, would you then be happy to do that? I'm always very, very reluctant to take money out of a trading account, because I think that's my investment. Until I get it to the point I want it to, only then do I think about, yeah, you know what, I can take some money out. So, but at the end of the day, it's your life. You make the decisions and you have the results in those. So yeah, and we're talking, personally speaking, I would not start with less than £1,000. Obviously, if you haven't got £1,000, then you might say, oh, it's all right, we can. But that's where I would be. And that's why I was saying that I think last time I remember something like FTMO, $100,000 account is like £400 or £500. And then so many people blow so many of those. And then even the people that are successful at them they have problems because what happens is that these companies then find ways to not pay you. Remember, their business is to sell you the challenge, not to pay out. Okay? And that's my own experience from, like I said, we probably sold 4,000 or 5,000 of these at one point a few years ago. And we could set up a prop firm now, and you guys could start funding that, and we could start, right, okay, we're going to trade with this, but I don't know. I'd rather have £250 and start my own trading than do it with a prop firm. Just do FTMO, remind me, it's been a while now, at least 2 years. The fees are charged through spreads, aren't they? So the spread is usually very, very wide. It's quite difficult to make money. I don't understand that question. What ratio you trade at 0.01? 0.01 is the lot size, obviously. So what do you mean by ratio? What does that actually mean? 5 past? I'm going to refresh. By the way, thank you for the interaction. I really like it, really enjoyed. So we're still buying. Yeah, I know there's a spread, but I didn't know there was a fee as well. Yeah, I just thought they did it through really wide spreads. Well, they must have changed. Okay, so the market easing up. Yeah, but what do you mean by ratio? That's the bit I don't understand. So just elaborate for me. Whatever you want to say, doesn't matter. And so, but what I don't understand is what ratio you're trading at 0.01. The lot is the 0.01. I understand that part, no problem. But what do you mean by ratio? Just clarify that for me, please. So we did have a buy, and now is the time, because we've got a green candle if you want to get into that. So we've got a nice big spurt, probably 300 pips this afternoon. If you'd been in a buy, left it there, it would have been absolutely superb. So we had a really good hours trading. It's still rising. That's TP1 on the current trade card. TP2. Don't forget your stop loss. Take your profits if you want them. Don't forget your stop loss. Right? Play safe. So it's been buying all hour. So let me just have a look. So yeah, I was going to say 1 till 2. Now this hour still buying. So New York is in a very, very bullish mood. So we're doing well here. Yeah. We're doing well. All the way up to 32, 33. That's fantastic. It's like I did say to you, didn't I, that news will come and move the markets. There's the last two. So we were dawdling down here when that news hit. 1 till 2. That was that hour. 1:30, shot straight up. 2 o'clock, done the same. Okay. So, and then the trade cards have been absolutely brilliant. Hit several TP5s and then beyond TP5. It's been absolutely barnstorming hour since we've been on, and we've got 1 more minute and then we'll take the next trade card. $45.09. Thank you very much. Still buying. Still buying. 29. $27, just easing back. That's within the best entry range. So if you take the trade, loss is the first thing that goes in after your trade. So 27, that's within the range to enter. Red candles, so you can enter a buy. Go for it if you want. TP1 for me is 33. If you actually get the full trade card, it tells you a live check of what happened since the last trade candle closed. So you should be positive now. You can move your breaks. Look at moving your stop loss to break even. But movements are slow now, so it will slow down a little bit. We've had those huge movements, over 300 pips. So we're heading towards TP1 territory. So as I said, the market will be slow now because it's had its big moves. It doesn't move like that all the time. So the news obviously moved it. We'll see what it wants to do over the next hour or so. It could come back a little. Won't power forward forever. Nothing does. Careful on that trade. Had some profits if you took it. That was great. I wasn't in that trade. I'm having my lunch. So 13 minutes past. Got 3 more minutes. So you know the drill. Those of you that come here regularly, you know the drill. You know what we're doing. You know what we do. And I know what you guys do. So very, very tight now for the last 10-12 minutes. Market's very tight. 32 heading towards TP1. TP1. You take the profit, or you can set your stop loss to break even and keep it going. Your call. We've hit TP1, so we delivered on that trade card. So when you get the actual trade cards, if you don't have access to them, so TP1, the percentage chances of hitting that was 73%, whereas TP2 is 43. I mean, it's always lower, obviously, right? So you could do TP1s all day long and still be making money 80, 90% of the time. Or you could have, like I do, set my break even just into my entry point, or then let it go. And then, like this morning, or sorry, earlier, could have had TV 6s and 7s and 8s and 10s, all sorts of things. So Edwin, if you want to come back to me on that, you know, what the question was, what ratio you trading at 0.01? What does that ratio, what are you referring to? If it's the lot size for the size of the account, I can explain that to you, but just tell me what that is, what the question is. It's very difficult for me to answer a vague question that I don't understand, okay? Because I don't avoid answering any questions at all. The market's come back, good back TP1. Stop loss was at 25, hard stop was 19. So quite a lot of wiggle room. But we delivered TP1 on that trade. Thank you for sending that through to me, Josie. Nice profit on that trade. Thank you for the messages. Appreciate you. You can just type them up there, but when I send them to me privately, that's all okay. No worries. So market easing back. 2 minutes. I can't remember whether we refreshed that. I think we did at 15. Yeah. I'll get you there, Josie. I've never really done that because I think the problem is that psychologically you know where you are, whereas when it's real it hurts, then you need that. But it is what it is. You've got to start, everybody starts somewhere, right? Okay, so 18 minutes past, we're going to wait now. Next 2 minutes. So market's easing back, which is understandable. You know, it gets a bit ahead of itself. So we delivered TP1 on that trade. So let's see if it switches now to selling, if the market conditions are changing, or whether it's neutral. So let's have a look at the hour. So yeah, there's still green, but there's a nice wick on it now. 5 minutes, 15 minutes, yeah. So market may be reversing a little. Doesn't really matter towards what it does with scalpers, or take whatever's in front of us. We trade price action, and that's where we want to be. Just plug my iPad in. It's out of battery. Goes dead on us. So we've got 1 more minute. We're gonna click. How are you enjoying this weather? Is it too hot for you? Okay, so we're coming up to 19, just a few seconds. We'll press the button, market's coming down, which is understandable. Shot right up. So a bit of retracement, a bit of selling, taking profits, which is fine. So if you joined us for the first time, thank you. Appreciate it. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and various channels. YouTube probably is the best experience. You go over there. And one favor I'm going to ask you is if you would subscribe and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then if you want notifications, just click on the bell icon, then you'll get a notification of when we're live. We do this Monday to Thursday, 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock, then 1 o'clock till 3, then Friday we just do the morning session. Mark coming back, let's see what she says. Still buying? Still buying, quite strong. So great opportunity to get into the market. As my colleague Matthias will say, go for it. So the unwritten rule that I follow is that if it's a green candle and I'm selling, I don't do that. If it's a red candle, I don't press the buy. So I think that's a good trade to take. I'll take that one, even though I'm trying to concentrate work with you guys. There. Okay. We're in. So always put your stop loss in first. TP1 been delivered. TP2 is there. Nice little bit of profit there. The TP2 is at 28.01. So we just exceeded TP2, so you can move your stop loss to break even. That means you have a free trade. Back to TP1. Back to TP2. I'm going to take that out. Thanks. TP2 done. Right. I'm not going to wait around for any more. You can. Just have to talk to you guys, so that takes a little bit of energy from me. That's TP4. Yeah. Back to 3. See what the temperature is. So 29 is that's TP4. Telling me it's currently 31 degrees where I live. Severe weather. Orange warning for high temperatures. 32 is the high, which is going to be hit 3, 4, and 5 o'clock. Then 30. And we will have an evening 26 at 10 o'clock. Good Lord. Wow. 26 degrees at 10 o'clock tonight. That, ladies and gentlemen, is TP3 again. I hope you're all enjoying this afternoon's trading. Been very fruitful from a point of view of the trade cards, and we'll pull down one in 2 minutes. Good God, it's 1.5 hours since we've been on already. Where did that time go? So easing back, but you've had TP3 on that and TP4, so it doesn't matter what it does. You should either be out with your profit, or you should have your stop loss set in a positive way, so you make profit even if it hits it. That's where you should be. Okay. So let's see what the hour is now. It'll be really interesting. So yeah, retrace back 30 minutes, 15 minutes. You see it more clearly now what the market's doing. 5 minutes, you can see that. So sometimes this is what I use, that you zone it out a little bit, get a better idea. 5 minutes, beautiful, look at that. Yeah, we went buy all the way. TP5, 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 bang, down, right? We had TP3 on that one, even though it's showing in the red. So let's go again, press the next trade card. Still buying. So I'll pick that point up in a minute, Josie. 23. So green candle, I'll enter that. So what Josie's saying is there's no bottom wick, so that's solid. But you see it, remember, there's the wick, so it went there, came back, and that's what it swapped over. So the wick is on that candle, if you like, and it went and filled it and did some more. Okay, so there won't be a wick on that candle unless it reverses. Okay, hope you understand that. Let's see what it does. It'll be interesting. I hope we're still on, Jersey, when it retraces. What you're saying? Are you saying it's going to retrace back to here because there's no wick on it? And what's the reasoning behind that? With that buy, no good. Yeah, market's coming down. But if you'd have entered that, it still wouldn't hit your stop loss at this moment in time. And it wouldn't be at your hard stop. But don't use hard stops too many times, okay? Because it's obviously a bigger tolerance. It's great sometimes, but it punishes you. You can't keep hitting those. That's interesting. I shall read up about that. Doesn't like wickless candles. It's going to come down to quite nicely now, so the market will be, at some point, will be selling. And again, I was saying to you guys that a lot of times I find this, that it was sitting here, and then do that, and then an hour, 2 hours later, it's back there again. Depending on news, depending on what happens, yeah, the dollar's still up. The fundamentals are good. The figures were really good, so it shot up. But the fears are that the Fed will still put up interest rates. This war's got to end before the interest rate threat leaves us. 29 minutes past. 1 more minute. I'll put it on the 5 minutes because a little bit more clarity. The 1 minute's just kind of a bit messy looking. Look at it. And not really showing us any grep, or not as clear. And the 5 minutes is lovely. Yeah, last 15 minutes sold. Trade cards were buying, so they're all good apart from this one. There's a buy there. So, as I said, want to fit your stop loss. Should have been in that trade. So that's only 5 minutes, 28. Believe it or not, 28 is TP5, 24. Let me just have a look at this trade. 18 came all the way, suddenly bang, takes it all. This is why I never cut these trades early. Let it go to the limit. Because the number of times I thought, I'm losing money. I want to take it, let's take the loss. And then suddenly it does that. Phenomenal. Look at that. 27 is TP4. See, every time we question these trade cards, it proves us wrong. I think we had one. Oops, let me just do this. Still buy? Okay. But now it's red candle, so don't buy. Wait till it turns green. Entry point's good there. Oh, sorry, my apologies. That is where I should be. That's where I missed it. I'm thinking, what's going on here? On the 5 minutes, which looks great, but I should have swapped it back. So red candle. I wouldn't get in for a buy on a red candle. 18. Right in the middle of saying very good entry. Oh, sorry, I wasn't looking at that. But yeah. Shouldn't be taking that trade at this moment in time. Only because I'm not advising you. Red. Candle's red. System saying buy. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, just come into, Edwin, just go to YouTube. Yeah. There you go. Would have stopped you out, but we shouldn't have taken that trade. All the candles were red. It doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter what it does now, right? 3 minutes have gone. In 2 minutes, we get to go again. Yes, you could enter a buy right now. Yeah, and take all the profits, but don't get FOMO. Stick to your fundamentals. And what's happening then is you're chasing the market. Yeah, make your mind up when you push the button, whether you're going to go or not. Within a minute or so, if you can't get into the trade, don't do it. Got some patience. So we use something called StreamYard. It gives us access to stream into multiple platforms, but it also means there's some lag. So YouTube is the best. And then if you want the trade cards, you really need to be in the system because you can't trade off my commentary. Cam Johal. So what you need to do, search for Cam Joe Holt, and you see my picture there, and you see all the charts and all the videos. Exactly that. Cam Joe Holt. So that was a bum signal. Actually, keep going to it. That trade card hadn't read the market in terms of turns around. 35. Let's see what it's saying now. Like I said, you need to have, it's still saying buy. So this is the data that's coming through. Yeah. No reason why it won't turn, but I don't enter any of those. Now you can look at your entry. If you're looking for an entry, yeah. Now maybe the next candle, see how that goes. Is the time to enter. So maybe it's come down enough. There. So that 5 minutes is buying. Maybe going back all the way up now. So where are we now? That's above. That's TP3 already. Got into that. Mateus does this quite a lot. He does this better than me. Look at that. Yeah. That's TP4. Mateus does this. He doesn't worry about this rectangle thing. It's just my rule. Do I miss some? Yeah, of course I do. But then it's some of them will get saved. That's gone all the way past EP5. Incredible trade. Incredible. And this is why, you know, even sometimes like the market's coming down, I'm thinking, yeah, is it going to start telling us to sell soon? But no, absolutely not. Bang on. Yeah. The TP5 was 18, went to 24. Amazing. Incredible system. What happens is your own muscle memory sometimes as a trader comes in and you start wondering, and that's when you make mistakes. And you start wondering, the thing to do is not to enter the market. Got to be confident, got to be in it full on. Lot of movement in the market in terms of what it's doing. We'll go for a trade card. Direction of travel for the market. Let's see where it's at. So Josie's still got that. I can see a little wick on there, Josie. Can't see it there, but I can see it there. There it is. So does that count? Did it do that? I didn't see it. Obviously, I wasn't there. Okay, is that why where the wick is now? Well done, great. I'm really going to enjoy having you on the channel. Right, like some interaction and somebody that actually knows the charts. Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. So 1 minute, coming up again. So 1 more minute. Next trade card will download. So the market's been down to 12. So on the hour, it was there. So yeah, got it. I understand. Yeah, so that would have been down to the bottom. So it did what you thought it was going to do. This is fantastic. Great. 40. Next trade card. Still buying. Even more direction of confidence is 76%. Yeah. Still saying buy. Kind of out. It's an okay entry. Yeah. Coming back into best entry range. So you'll have that. So always 3 steps. Enter. Enter. Stop loss. TP. I'm great. Well done, Edward. I think the experience is better there on YouTube. Please subscribe. Really appreciate that, Edwin. And press on the bell icon, you get notifications as well. So just to remind you when we're live. So we have a buy and it's in range. So the market was at 22. We had the buy, so it's a little bit lower than that now. So it's a better entry if you want to go for the buy. Remember the stop loss. Yeah, 16. It's out of range now. I wouldn't chase it. Of course, it'd be a fantastic entry if it shoots back up again. We've had so many TPs, like 7s and 8s, and yeah. When do I go full-time trading? I've been associated with trading in terms of I haven't always traded full-time because I've had a business to run. So I've always had a business around it, whether it's prop firm challenges or PAMs and copy trading and that kind of stuff. So I'd say, yeah, since the pandemic, probably about 5 years, maybe 4. So don't chase it. Yeah. So it's out of range. And then as the day goes on, if you're full-time or you've got, say, 4 hours a day that you're going to trade, you can be more aggressive when you start. Get your percentage in, whether that's 2% or 3%. Most people somewhere between in the middle of those. then you can be more selective about your trades. You don't have to take the risk. That's 14, 44. So we've got three, we've got two more. How many have we got? Yeah, we've got two more after this in terms of after I go off and go about the rest of my day. I think the thing is, Edwin, you're asking a lot of interesting questions. I think what you've got to do is you've got to find a way that trading serves you. You don't serve it. Okay, you don't become the slave. So yeah, as I thought, so neutral at the moment. So you don't become that slave to trading. Been there, mate. So he says, I can't sleep at night due to the heat. And yeah. But just keep your discipline. Imagine what you could do when you have the trade cards if you have a live account. Problem with trading demos is the money's not real. You can't spend any of that, can you? Oh dear. Well, I hope you get better soon. And I suppose the heat's not helping. So stay hydrated and cool. So markets coming back, right back. And as I was saying, a lot of times it'll come back to this in a couple of hours or next day or something. Don't know why it does that. I've never really looked into it, to be honest with you. So the system's having to think about whether it's now going to be, selling the market, which is good. Because we should do the same. When the market turns, you need to have a little review, say, right, has it now changed? Yeah, they call it a choke. Yeah, change of character. My dear wife tells me. Honey, what's change of character? What's a choke? Brilliant. It's exactly as I thought it was. A choke is when the market goes from buying market selling and the other way. So it stands for change of character. Okay? So we obviously have a system that does that in terms of, the trading cards pick that up. So market flip goes from selling to buying, buying to selling. It's done now. The market is probably going for a liquidity grab, right? Going back down again. Say that again. It's 40-10, honey. It's at 40-10. It shot up when that news came out. It went to 40-33. It didn't make 40. Sure. Okay, so we had a neutral. 2 minutes. We're going to take another trade signal and see what that shows us. Okay. Nice profit on that, 50 pips. Bloody hell. Yeah, doing not nice, not being well. So hope the antibiotics work. Hope you're okay. So easing back. So we don't know how far it's going to come back. So here might be a 50% retracement before it starts going back again. Pushes up, might come straight down. These are unknown things. But with the trade cards, you don't have to worry about any of that. Okay? Because all the hard work of trying to work out where the market's going is done for us. So struggling a little. Let's see what this hour's doing. It's all gone. Yeah, literally disappeared. So we've got 11 minutes of the hour to go. So we see if it's going to remain green or turn red. So most of that candle is retraced back. So we could have a strong finish to the hour in terms of buying. It's 50 minutes. So you can still buy 15.15. That's your TP1, TP2 done. Gotta be fast. If you're in, gotta be in. Press that button, look at it, don't hesitate. Yeah, that's TP3. Can't hesitate. Don't be dawdling around. Yeah? That could have been 25, 30 pips. Done. Bang. Out. Thank you. What's next? That's TP4. Tight. The market's tight. So that hour's coming back. I just picked it up on. She said this is what happens. Got that wick now, so it's been and build it, so maybe it doesn't need to come back. So 15 back to TP1. So you could have had TP3 or TP4 on that. Yeah, sitting at TP3 now. So remember your stop losses. Remember those. That's what makes the difference between successful trading, yeah, and unsuccessful trading. So we're going to take the last trade card for the afternoon. And this is why you don't sit around. That's why scalping is so good. Take the profit. Very close. Great. Got 3 minutes to spare. Now it retrace all the way back. Yeah, below the entry point, and stops you out. Just left it there. Just knocked it all out. Let's see now. Look at that. I mean, Josie, have you seen this? It's taken it all. And now it's red. I hope you subscribe to our channel. That's the only thing we ask you for. It costs you nothing, and it really helps us. Yeah. TWK is a provider of education, community, and technology. So markets come right back. So that was a huge buying hour. Reversed all the way back. We talked about this earlier when I said that sometimes this is what happens. We get some news, shoots up within an hour, 2 hours, it's back to where it started. Because perhaps the fundamentals haven't changed. That there's exuberance, profit, opportunity people see. And we've had loads of TP5s and 6s and 10s today. This afternoon's been a cracking session again. So 54, I'm going to take the last trade card of the afternoon for me. You can still carry on, obviously, like 23 hours a day. So that's a choke. That's definitely a choke, isn't it? Change the character. Definitely. From there. So that's the hour. All knocked out. All the way up, all the way down. Oh, that's excellent. Well done. Yeah, pleased for you, buddy. Okay, I'm going to refresh. This is my last one with you guys this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed it. That's a sell. Wow. So definitely change of character. So we're selling. Already at TP5. I'll say 4. There's a little bit more to go. So back down to the 4,000. What a ride, eh? So go up a little. TP4. See if it comes through. Let's see what the 5 minutes is doing. So obviously 4,000 is a massive price for both bulls and bears. Those that want to see it below, those that want to see it above. So can it be pulled down again? I think so. I think we'll get pulled down. That doesn't matter in terms of our trading, so I'm not trying to tip or give you any direction. So we're in a sell. We've been to TP4, TP5. We're sitting at TP3 right now. Two is 5. Gonna go through that. So again, like we said, Josie was discussing this candle all the way up there. She said it doesn't like to leave wicks, yeah, or it doesn't like to leave a solid bottom. It needs to see a wick, otherwise it comes back. It's obviously taken all of that out and then some. Could take the whole of this hour out and then stop further declines. There you go. See it much clearer on the 5 minutes. On the 1 minute, got a little reversal now. Obviously, you get a lot of noise on the 1 minute. I sometimes don't like it. So I use it, but I don't like it. So I've got 2 minutes to go. So just want to thank you all for the time. Josie, it was lovely speaking to you today. Mr. Ladd, what's his first name? Edwin, absolute pleasure. I hope my answers helped you this afternoon. If you've got any questions, always ask them on here. If you've got some, I'll answer them. So type them out, no problem at all. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. for the London Open. So appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to the channel. Over 600 traders in the last 2 months. Unbelievable number. It's about 100, 630, something like that. Have actually come to us. So really pleased about that, because we want to build a big community, right? Why have a small one? So I've got another group that I've built, nothing to do with this. We've got 82,000 members in it, so one day we'll have the same here. Yeah, terrific stuff. So a couple of minutes. We delivered all the TPs on this. TP5 was hit. Sorry, just looking to see if one of my contractors has turned up. As in, they can drop in any time now. TP4, sorry, 4004. and I'm going to wrap up. So we've got a couple of minutes. I will stay with you. If there's any questions, pop them in now, or you will then have to wait till tomorrow. If you have my number, you can always WhatsApp me. Always try and get back to you guys. I think we delivered 3 or 4 TP5s. Josie, we were talking about yesterday afternoon. Today was just as good. I think yesterday we were selling, today we're buying. It's the nature of the beast. But it doesn't matter. The great thing with having machine learning trading cards, it doesn't get emotional. As humans, we can. I sometimes, oh, really? And you'll hear it. And then like 10 minutes later, you think, bloody hell, the machine was right. And that's the case, yeah? So we've been buying, we've been selling. We were buying, now we're selling again. So there is nothing that pulls this system, only when sometimes it's turning from one to the other. Maybe it's not quite ready, or it reverses back, that the calculations can't show, like now. But it works. So I should bid you goodbye. Take care. Thanks, Josie. Thanks, Edwin. Thank you so much. All the best, guys. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow.